This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for July 28th, 2025. Currently, it's July 1st, 2025, 2:34 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $618.31. That's USD. And the shuffle video for the July 28th reading was created on June 5th, 2025 at 11:49 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video playing for you here. So what we're going to cover in this video will be the overall trend direction and chart behavior for the day. We're going to give you information and timing for the day's highs, high, lows, low, and best trade opportunities. And we're even going to give you the hour-by-hour sequence of chart events as outlined by the prediction. It's important to understand that most readings, the timing will be on point to the hour, but there are cases where you'll need to give the timing plus or minus an hour or two of wiggle room. And that's because these timeline cards going left to right across the screen, they represent chronologically about an hour of time, but not each card's energy will necessarily line up perfectly with 1 hour time. And for that, you need to allot some wiggle room in cases. And I do not recommend trading this information alone as a result of that. The wiggle room needed in some cases. It's a lot more complicated than it looks, my friend. I've been doing this for 26 years. The system was developed by yours truly. Benefit from the lessons I learned making mistakes. Don't make the mistakes yourself. And I'll show you how to get those game-changing services to help you do that. The live Discord trade alerts and TradingView chart link drawings at the end of the video after the best trades. Overall, this is looking like a mixed day. The Queen of Cups indicating a sideways S formation within a channel. My sense is that that's probably a downward angled channel, so we'll decline from resistance down to support, reverse, go all the way back to that resistance, which will be at a lower price level because it's a diagonal resistance, and then we'll reverse and we'll go all the way back to that support, also diagonal support. So 2 lows consecutively lower, 2 highs consecutively lower. Behavior around the high side, we should see a sideways rotation, a period of sideways rotation, a big move higher, and then a period of sideways rotation around the day's high. Doesn't look like it'll hold. And then behavior around the low, a significant trough that'll stand out on a multi-day scale. We're advised to trade around a decline through multiple support levels. And I'm also being told careful not to chase a decline at the end of the day. Now, I'm going to get into that hour-by-hour sequence of chart events and give you the best trades that I see. But first, let's just make sure you're aware the whole purpose of the channel is to transmute the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. You do that by going to tarotfortraders.com, clicking on the Resources tab, and donating 5% of all profits forward to one of these charities, expressing through action your faith in more to come. And then 5% of profits should be donated back to the channel through one of these links, expressing through action your gratitude, which also begets more situations to be grateful for. This is how the law of attraction works, my friends. So make sure to follow through a successful SO meta-analysis trade or successful Tarot for Traders trade is complete when you follow through on the rule of karma. Much love and appreciation to everybody that does that. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's finish up the reading. So we've got a peak in the post-market, or excuse me, a peak in the pre-market. Within some mixed behavior. Likely we open higher in the pre-market than where we close, but by the open there's a notable move to the downside through multiple support levels, and then in the first half hour we do some bumping along resistance sideways, maybe breaking through a resistance and then bumping along resistance sideways some more. Generally speaking, it's sideways behavior up against resistance with the Valor card. In the 10 to 11 o'clock hour, we should see a failed attempt to break through key resistance. So we'll likely see sideways rotation, big move higher, sideways rotation, like a resistance that we maybe break through momentarily, and then we should have a sharp decline from that peak, probably just before, somewhere between 10 and 11 o'clock, and that'll take us into a low. Be careful with that failed attempt to break through resistance. It will expect to break through, but I'm being advised not to chase that. And then we have, it's a little fuzzy around, like, okay, so out of that sharp drop, we have a rally into a peak, but it's a lower peak than the peak that happened before 11 o'clock. And then we decline some more into a trough between roughly 12 and 1, a notable move to the upside, like a pop to the upside into the 2 o'clock hour, creating another peak, not as high as the peak from earlier in the day. and then that should be followed by a drop into a low for the day before 3 o'clock. Then we get into bearish price swings in the last 2 hours of trading, and there should be a resistance level that we decline from and then return to at least once within these last 2 hours. And if not so in the last 2 hours, then it would be at the close. If not at the close, then it would be the following day. But once we establish what that resistance is between roughly 2 and 3, we decline from it into a trough just after 3, sideways rotation, and then likely a notable move to the upside right at the close, back into resistance. But it'll be like a fake out. You don't want to chase a move to the upside. Likely what you'll do is you'll close out of short positions that you open at the end of the day on the 25th. You'll want to close out of those short positions likely between the 1 and 2 o'clock hour. And if you miss that opportunity or it doesn't appear to be a good opportunity, then you would hold it for the trough just after 3 o'clock. That would be the backup exit. You can only do backup exits with SO meta analysis. No other form of analysis can show you secondary exits. It just doesn't work that way. But rule of thumb when trading SO meta analysis, never wait for a backup exit. Always go for the first profitable exit. Take your money and run. People who do that make money consistently. Never go for the max gain. It's a fool's errand. It's a trap. It's a rookie move. Go for the most reliable exit. All right, guys. So with that said, you don't even need to remember that. All you need to do is follow along on the live Discord, where we actually give you all of the public videos that come out on YouTube. They come out first on Discord. We give you the day trade alerts. You can see the time. Don't chase at 2:34 p.m. today. Don't chase if we see a move higher like this around the close. That's going to be entry into a short. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this. Remember, 234. That's 230. That's 235. So that notable move there is telling people not to chase it. They exited their long positions as instructed here, and they entered the long position here. Pretty solid trade for the day. This is stuff that we're seeing in real time, guys. Check the alerts. 9:27. Looking to add a long position before 11 a.m. Sorry, I meant 12 p.m. Open long here. It was 11:09. You could close longs here for the day trade or risk holding it until close. Might go higher, but not a definite. That was 1:27 p.m. Right around here. And then when we went a little bit higher, I said, guys, close long. Don't wait for the close. This was at 1:55. There's a move lower off of the high around 2 to 3. And then right around a close, there should be a big move to the upside that you use to open the short swing into tomorrow's exit. And that was 1:55 p.m. Basically right there, told people to get out of their longs. So this is the type of stuff that you get on a regular basis. We're not right all the time. We're right most of the time, guys. We're not right all the time, but usually the real power of SO meta is in those few times when we are wrong, we're able to fix the situation quite quickly with backup exits. It's a beautiful, beautiful system. This is the only place you're going to get it. And you do so here on our website, Tarot for Traders. Hover over Order Now. Click on Subscriptions. The early access subscription gets you all the stuff I just mentioned. It's $150 for the month. Way underpriced considering you make that back easily in one trade, and there's multiple trades throughout the week. This is our most popular subscription. Thank you to everybody that supports the channel with that subscription. Without you, we cannot put out this content. Blessings to you, and blessings to all of our beautiful, beautiful angel investors out there transmuting that karma, that energy into good karma for the world. You guys are the reason you hold the world up. You fortunate few with the integrity that you do. You hold up the rest of humanity's vibration. I love you. I'll see you guys on the next one.